for me, embarrassment has such a huge effect on my life, bro. Like, I can literally trace back to like 2020, whereby my entire family used to watch that movie named Frozen, that princess movie. I don't even know what it's about, but I know it's some princess has some ice powers, and yeah, that's all I know. But basically, I literally didn't used to. I used to cringe at myself watching that movie at a young age. Now, if you cringe at things like cartoons at a young age already, it kind of like means, or it doesn't mean, but like it shows the type of person that you are, like, naturally by default. So for me, not wanting to watch that movie, I didn't not want to watch it because I'm like, I don't like this movie, it's a boring movie. I just used to be like, it's a boring movie, it's a boring movie. Whenever I see that movie, I used to, like, make fun of it and stuff like that, because I used to think, I used to be like, I don't like this movie, bro. Yeah, it's not my type of movie. But the actual reason why I didn't like that movie was because I was embarrassed to see myself watching that movie. And that's just one of the very bunch of examples which I have about being embarrassed for crazy stuff. Literally, you embarrassed to exist. And what I mean by embarrassed to exist, when I like go out there in public, especially when I go to like the mall, because when you go to the mall, there are a lot of people and everyone's like dripped up properly, and like you kind of like, I have this tendency in me where if I see people like, dressed up nicely, they're looking clean, looking fresh, I kind of put them on a pedestal and I put myself, below them. And I kind of like, I see myself as lower than them. So what will be going through my mind is, I can't want to go and have a conversation with those guys, bro. Look how clean they dripped up. They obviously wouldn't want to speak to me. And that brings us to the second point of this video, and that's your mind assuming the worst case scenario all the time. So basically, you should notice this, especially if you're socially anxious. Like, whenever you open your mouth to speak, for example, let's just say a very, very typical example. Let's just say you go to the store and you pay for something and the shopkeeper gives you the wrong change. Now, there's two things you can do. You can either leave the store and keep quiet, act like you don't know what happened because you're too afraid to speak up. And why are you afraid? Because you think if you speak up, someone is going to explode this place, someone's going to bomb this place, some robbers are going to enter, people are going to start taking the fridges out and running to their homes with it. People are going to start robbing everyone, the things are going to explode, you're going to be in a fight with the shopkeeper and everything. That's what your mind is picturing it. All those emotions are going through you. So you think that, hey, if I have to ask this guy for my change, a bunch of bad things are going to happen. So you know what? I'm just going to keep quiet and I'm going to leave the store. Or option number two, you can be like, assertively ask the shopkeeper for your change. Like, yo, excuse me, man. You gave me the wrong amount of change. I'm supposed to get 5 rand. You only gave me 2 rand. Can I have the correct amount of change, please? Done. And now you know that you open your mouth, and whenever you open your mouth in those kind of cases, you'll just realize, you always get this feeling, or I personally always get this feeling of, hey, that wasn't that bad, man. It was not that bad at all. Like, I opened my mouth, I asked the guy for my change, he gave me my change. He was super friendly about it also. That's most of the time. He'd be like, oh snap, his mistake, blah, blah, blah. And maybe it wasn't his mistake. Maybe he was trying to rob you actually, but that's for another day. The important thing is you open your mouth and you saw that this wasn't so bad. Because until you actually see how this thing's gonna turn out, then you will not be able to really understand why you should do what you do. Because that's like low key my struggle which I'm facing right now. You need to do something. Something needs to be done. Like, you need to take some kind of action to protect yourself, to ask back for your change, to ask people on the street for locations. If you lost somewhere and you're looking for a certain place, you can always ask someone, like a random person, hey, do you know where this place is? Hey, do you know where that place is? But for me personally, the mindset which I have and the mindset which I've been moving with and the systems and things I've been doing was completely avoid social interaction. Otherwise, something terrible is going to happen. And your mind literally feels the terror in, like, your emotions in you. You're not actually seeing like something bad playing out. You just feel so like worried and so scared and so terrified by the outcome of asking a person for directions that you completely avoid it. And now if you keep avoiding it for like 10 years, 5 years, then you're gonna just turn into someone who's super socially anxious. And yeah, you're gonna basically be socially anxious and socially isolated. So the message for this video is, just open your mouth, give it a shot, see that it's not as bad as you think it actually is. Because me saying that right now, that is my one of my main goals also. Because that's literally how my mindset operates. It thinks like, thinks about the worst case scenario, and it literally always like anticipates the worst thing happening. If I have to ask someone, for example, if you're asking a girl out and you want to like get her digits, you're gonna be like, the worst case scenario is getting rejected, right? It's not it's getting rejected. That's like the ultimate failure, the worst case scenario. So you will completely avoid asking, even though you have some kind of attraction towards them. You will completely avoid asking just because you fear rejection. And in your perception of rejection is this crazy thing whereby it's like super destructive. You won't be able to get up from it, and if you hardly experience it, then you're always gonna that's just how your mind is going to perceive rejection as. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, hit that like button, consider subscribing to this YouTube channel, and switch on your post notifications on, so whenever I post a video, you guys can be updated first. And keep practicing, guys. Keep practicing from your side of the world. I'm going to keep practicing from my side of the world, and eventually we're going to get this, guys. Love you guys. See you in the next one.